Dylan Cruz, Dave Doty, Dave Beloso, Gavin Dugas, Trey Morgan, Will Helmers, Giovanni DiGiacomo, Zach Arnold, Alex Milazzo. Cruz, Doty, Beloso, Dugas, Morgan, Helmers, DiGiacomo, Arnold, Milazzo. That's guys that are going to come up to the plate today to get.
Right.
The only guy that you'd say, okay, I got a real confidence in is Beloso.
Yeah. Although DiGiacomo to a certain extent, because he hits kind of 290, 300 every year and everything.
But look, there's only Beloso's really the only guy that can run it. And Coach Palmer is not a coach everybody ran the race out. And Coach Mike is anybody coming in, maybe some California. So Cruz could be a guy who can push. Maybe a big guy. I need guys that have done it before and that I've seen do it. Okay, that I've seen do it in the SEC, in college baseball. And there's just not a lot of guys in that lineup right now that you know what you're going to get. Now, they could be great, but you just haven't seen it yet. That's my concern.
Joel, lots of unknowns.
Joel, give us the
baseball season.
Joel, give us the obvious LSU baseball opening day take from somebody who's spent 0 time prep preparing for opening day, knows anything about the team. Just give us the Joel Davis breakdown of opening day.
Well, I would think that LSU is full of talented people.
And they are.
I mean, like full. I mean, Paul Maneri should be able to have the pick of the litter, right? So, in my opinion, you should win a lot of ball games. They should win a lot of ball games.
And they will.
Are they a national championship caliber team? Haven't really been hearing the hype leading into the season. So excited about these kids, excited about the baseball season. I like to get into the season once the season is in the season. You know, that's the kind of fan I am with LSU baseball. Now, look, once it gets going, once we're into SEC play and we're starting to really rock and roll, I really get into it. And I'll watch an entire 9-inning game. But to be perfectly honest with you, won't watch a game this week. Just won't do it.
I mean, Buzzy's going to be on the call.
Yeah, don't watch it. You need
to turn down your volume on your TV, tune up the. Although if you turn down your volume on the ESPN Plus, that means you turn down Ben McDonald and Lynn Rollins.
I think that Buzzy and Doug do a great job.
They do.
Dougie Doug. How about that guy?
The Duggar.
The Duggar. I mean, that's a dude that was kind of just flopping around in life a little bit. About 5 years ago.
Does he know this?
I mean, for Doug, it was a great flop. It was a floppity flop. You know, he's doing great. He had his hands in this, he had his hands in that, he had his hands in that, he had his hands in this. That's what I do. I got my hands in a bunch of stuff. I'm a flopper. I flop from red zone to Wooden Haven to radio. I mean, I flop around. And here he is.
You're a jack of all trades.
He is the voice of the Tigers right now, other than Chris Blair. I mean, he's obviously the voice of the Tigers. But Snoop Dougie Doug, is now the voice of all the baseball players that are out there. Think about all the former LSU baseball players. And Snoop Dougie Doug is the man. And he's great.
I don't know where you're going with that.
I'm just saying, he's the guy.
He's
the one that filled the shoes of all the great LSU players that have come through. I mean, Ronnie didn't get the job.
You love saying that. You love saying that. You love bringing that up.
I mean, don't you think that he would have been kind of like
maybe get a phone call? Yeah.
Chris Blair, hey, Rod, this is Chris Blair. How you would like to do maybe a show? You want to do a show?
That doesn't sound anything like
I haven't
Chris
worked
Blair.
with his voice.
I mean, that sounds like, hey, you want to do a show? Hey, come on down to the circus.
I was trying to do that. Was all right. I was
The
trying
Barnum
to do
Bailey called me?
I was trying to be the radio voice, and I wasn't prepared. I just kind of went
So,
off
Joel,
the
let me say something, because you actually made a good point,
Yeah.
like 5 minutes ago, not anything you said later, no, about you don't get into LSU baseball until it gets into the season.
Changing the subject. Good job.
No, I'm saying you've been ranting.
By the way, Carl Dunn with the line of the day. He said, I thought he was in witness protection. LOL. Glad to see you, Buzzy.
Oh, there we
Oh, thank you, Carl. I love Carl Cat. Where was I going with? You were rambling, but you made a good point earlier about you don't get into LSU baseball until until
SEC
really,
play,
SEC play till he really gets
start
going.
digging in. Yeah, digging in.
Struck a thought. I don't think you really know any. Look, over the last, since I've got out at LSU, so let's say over the last 10, 11 years, for the first 2-3 weekends, everyone's ranting and raving about, oh, LSU baseball is going to be so great. Well, look, and I'm not knocking any team. I'm not knocking the Air Force. I'm not knocking the UMass, Lowell, come down. I'm not knocking those teams, but I mean, Coach, we should be beating those teams and we should have a lot of success.
Absolutely.
So I kind of agree with what you're saying, that I don't put any stock into anything until 3-4 weekends in, and I really can get a good pool of what this team looks like. I mean, we can go out and beat Air Force and Louisiana Tech, which I don't really know a whole lot about Louisiana Tech. They came good the last few years. We can go beat these teams by 10 runs. I mean, I'm sure not going to be convinced until you get it done in the SEC.
Just give me some consistency.
Unless all of a sudden, I think this year the interesting thing about what's happening in college baseball was about a month and a half ago, we were talking about in college baseball, would they play a full season, that 56 regular season games, which is 30 SEC games and 26 non-conference games. There was talk that they would play 4-game series on the weekend and play everybody in SEC and not play conference games. And I thought that they made a good decision to not do that. And here's why. Had LSU played, let me do some quick Menard-High math, 52 SEC games, because they were talking about playing 13 series, everybody in the SEC, times 4. That's 52, Joel.
You sure it wasn't 10 weekends at 4 games a weekend for 40 games?
Okay, well, all right. Okay.
Whatever.
So let's say it's 40. It doesn't matter whether it's 40 or 52, whatever the case is. If LSU or any SEC team plays 40 SEC games, I mean, that's a gauntlet.
Yeah.
And, what happens if you go 15-25? Or you go 17-23? Does you're trying to get into the postseason? I think it would have hindered the SEC's chances of getting as many teams as possible into the NCAA tournament. And by playing 30 games and leaving you those 26 others to go get some wins, if you go 13-17 in the SEC, but then you go 20-6 non-conference, it gives you a better chance to get into the NCAA tournament, and the SEC getting as many teams into the big dance as possible. So I think that's partly why they went away from the conversation about playing SEC games only and playing 4-game series and all this stuff, because it would have been just too difficult.
I got it.
We're over here at All-Star Lanes Bowling Center in Baton Rouge, the home of the best youth bowling in all of the city. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Buzzy, Haydel, Joel Davis, Ronnie, Rantz. The crew is all here. Sports Church Radio on opening day. College baseball. We'll be back with more right after this. Hey, Carl, can you hear Buzzy or Joel when they're talking? If you let me know, because I know it's loud with the bowling going on back there. Can you hear these guys when they're talking? Somebody jump in on Facebook or YouTube and let me know.
Ronnie, did it see that I shared? I tried to share it, but I'm not seeing it.
Go to Sports Shorts, not Ronnie Rantz.
Oh.
What's Ronnie next? Sports Shorts? Sports Shorts. Back right there.
Back, boys.
I got it. Let's see. I shared it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you, Carl.
I did.
Carl said he can hear you.
I got to leave it at 11. I did too. Fix it, Joe. I got to get Paul going to be 11:30, right? So
I'm probably, I'll do Tommy at 11 and then I'll figure it out.
Dude comes back after 23 weeks, can he give you a full hour?
You going to Woodhaven?
A bunch of shit people missing beat me over there.
What'd you say?
People beat me over there at like 11, 15.
How much crap you put up with today?
Dude, I got a pretty good one.
Did y'all happen to see the thing that went out on social media? It was like make Super Bowl players and their wives or girlfriends, like I didn't know Gronk was this illustrated supermodel.
I did see that,
Like,
but I didn't like click on
yeah, like all the different.
it. Dude, they could have any.
Well, right, but I mean,
she better be hot. That's why I don't get Patrick Mahomes dating that freaking toad.
He
loves her. He loves her. He loves her, man.
that's my Brittany.
That's my Brittany. Oh man.
She loves him too at $500 million.
Oh man. I'm so rich.
Hey, don't forget Sports Shorts Dailies, Monday, Tuesday,
I've got so much money.
Thursday, 10 a.m. Sometimes we have more than that, but Sports Shorts Daily
It's loaded.
on Facebook. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and share. Please like and share.
He'll be no good in 8. How old is he? You're right.
Young.
Oh, then maybe he will be.
Okay. It's probably his
I'd love to be a baseball player, man. That makes sense. Successful.
Yes.
Hey there.
For a second.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, so whatever you.
You get what you
I would love a Diet Coke. Yes,
Diet
sir.
Coke, small meat lovers pizza. They got one of these guys leaving. Two Diet Cokes and small.
3 Diet Cokes.
3 Diet Cokes.
3 Diet Cokes.
I'm going to eat a piece of his pizza.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. Sports Shorts Radio, presented by LaBear's Casino. You can go check us out on Facebook as well, or on YouTube. Sports Shorts hosted by Ronnie Rantz. Or you go down on Facebook, Sports Shorts. It's a red and white logo. Hosted by Ronnie Rantz. Give it a like, and you can follow us along on there. Joel Davis, Buzzy, Haydel over here at All-Star Lanes Bowling Center. We'll tell you a little bit about one of your old teammates in the second hour of the show. We'll tell you what Ryan Schimpf is up to and how he can help you guys out if you need any home loans. We'll say, that's your old teammate of yours, good friend of yours. It's opening day, LSU baseball. It's been now 12 years since the LSU won a national championship. And going back to when they won a national championship for the first time in '91, won 5 in the next 10 years, won 1 in the next 10 years, and then have won 0 in the last 12 years. People are getting a little antsy.
Playing field has leveled.
Well, I'm just, it's funny you brought that up, Ryan, because I was just about to ask you a couple of segments ago, when does it become ancient? Not making fun of you, but 91 seems like a long
Oh, absolutely.
Seems?
Are people like, man, 09, that's a long time ago, or is it just not that long ago, but it's time to win another one. Does 09 feel like a long time ago? I guess
09?
Yes.
Not really, but it doesn't seem like yesterday.
But I think
either.
09 doesn't feel like a long time ago when you're 50. But when you're 25 or you're 30,
Well, when you go,
12 years ago is a long, long time.
when 09 feels, for the guys that were on the team, when it feels long is when, people don't ask me to really do a whole lot anymore, but like.
If they got tired of hearing you say no.
Well, maybe,
That's right.
No, for real.
No,
That's
what are
it.
you talking about?
They quit
Guys
asking.
just get tired of you saying no or not.
You didn't even let me finish what I was going to say. I'm talking about like if a little league team wants Uncle Buzzy, Haydel to go, give them a speech.
They don't have to sit anymore.
Give them the good old, hey, stay in school, don't do
The
drugs.
new rock team. The new rock team.
All right. That doesn't happen anymore because we get old. Not because people.
You think?
No,
Or is it
say
maybe
no,
because
but
you're
whatever
out
that.
Wait a minute. Now that also could be out of sight, out of mind.
All right. Ronnie's talking about something totally different.
No, I
He's
know
talking about like
but
my
Buzz
buddies.
is, no,
that
Buzz
not-
is relevant. Buzz
Okay.
is relevant.
That
He's on the radio, LSU Sports Radio Network.
Not all the time, just during
20,
baseball season.
26 weeks of the year.
Just during baseball season.
So 4 or 5 years ago, maybe I'd get a call. Hey, come talk to the little team.
You don't get that no more?
Okay, let me finish. We'd get there, and these 10-year-old kids don't even remember the 09.
They weren't barely born. No, they weren't born.
The people who remember the 09 teams are the parents and like the 24-year-olds now. I mean, I'm 33.
Yeah, they were
It's
12.
like they were 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's
yeah.
Buzzy Haydel there, son.
Well, and it's not even-
Not even that. It's I remember that.
I remember
them
that
winning.
team. I remember y'all beating Texas. It's kind of like me towards the 2000 team. I was 12, 13 at the time. I remember that. I remember Blair Barbier. I remember Pressy with the big, I remember all that very quick. When you get to a point where the kid, now it's to a point where maybe the kid who's playing Little League wasn't even born in 09. That's when I'm like, man, these kids don't even remember 09.
Well,
So you have no
from
desire. He has no desire to speak to kids that don't know.
From
No,
my-
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
That is not true. But that is,
Kind of sounded
is
like
that
that.
what it is?
I think that's kind of it. It's like, man, if they knew me, I wouldn't mind doing the
No.
spiel. But
That's
since
still-
they
that's-
don't know me, I'm out.
But no,
I'm not
Buzz, I know
interested in
exactly what you're talking
You're
about
ridiculous, by the way.
because my freshman year, when we were fortunate enough to win the national championship in 1991, I remember either the LSU baseball 1960 or 61 team won the SEC championship. Okay. We brought them back for like a reunion thing, right, to get honored. And those guys were 30 years older than me. Some of them were 32, 33 years older than me. That's what I am now,
Right.
to these guys. I'm
Yeah.
30 years older than these guys. And I remember thinking, those dudes are ancient.
Old.
Like, they were old dudes, and I don't feel like an old dude, right? I remember when 1975, Wally McMakin and all those guys, SEC minors, and
Randall
all those guys,
Aldridge.
yeah, we're good name drop.
Yep.
I remember when those guys won the SEC championship in 1975, and they'd come back to be honored, tip their cap or something every year, every couple of years. Those guys were only 15, 16 years older than me, some of the oldest ones, right? And they seem like old dudes.
Right.
So I can't even imagine, like, but Chad Oj rolls up in there. This year we're going to have our 30-year reunion of the first national championship baseball team in LSU.
They always have a reunion. It's like every 3 years.
Well, every 5. You have a reunion.
We need it every
It's like-
5 years.
It's like one honey.
Dude, you want it?
It's their honey.
I do. But
You're gonna have a
see, the
10,
problem with
15.
Ronnie is he won it in 91 and 93. So like
There's always something.
it's like every other year Ronnie's like Ronnie's getting another shirt. He's on the field again. What the hell are they honoring him for? It's like 25. I'm like, no. He's like, but that's 25 years for the 93. I'm like,
That's why I thought that it would make sense that he would be with Doug, yes, but he's not.
you thought he'd have got the phone
Well,
call.
Just, I thought he would get the phone call.
Yeah.
Doug-
Still around a little bit longer. Really, maybe even brought Doug along. Maybe even
Kinda
showed
gave
him.
No,
Kinda
not
gave Doug a shot on
kind
this
of
show.
did bring Doug along. I mean, let's just be honest.
On
It's not
this-
like it. The
Doug
Jumbo
made his-
Sports Network has done a lot for people's career.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Lynn Rollins, Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. Buzz has been with us for years.
Yeah.
Doug, we had Dougie Fresh
Dougie was
on back
all
in
the
the
shows.
2000s, back in the day. No, about just teammates.
Yeah.
I mean, back, he was a sideline guy. One of my favorite Doug Thompson stories. He was our sideline guy at Ole Miss.
No.
I'll get to that one. We're at Ole Miss, and it's Lynn and I believe, in the booth, and Doug's the sideline guy in like mid-90s. I think Smoke the Vowel or something was coaching. I mean, mid-2000s. Buzz might have been a freshman or something. And let's go down to Doug Thompson in the Ole Miss dugout standing by with Mike Bianca. And Doug's got on the sunglasses in a suit, but not like it just.
You've
You've never seen a
that.
sideline
You
guy
don't- you
with
would
sunglasses
never-
on.
You've
right?
never
In
seen
a
a
dugout.
No,
No, you haven't. I'm
In a
just thinking
dugout.
No, you've never
You've
seen.
never seen it. And he's
No.
down there in a suit and
Trendsetter.
tie, and he's
Trendsetter.
got on like sunglasses, and
I will say it is easier talking to a TV with sunglasses.
That's because they can't see the white of your
They
eyes.
can't see you just nervous.
Make you
as-
nervous.
the best old school Doug, which is the one that Buzzy wants me to tell. The best old school Doug Thompson story with the Jumbo Sports Network is in Lexington, Kentucky. Lynn couldn't make it. I'm doing play-by-play. I bring Doug up to do color.
That was for sure my freshman year. I remember the game.
And I think Quinn Stewart hit a home run
We won the
late
game late. That's right. Yep.
to salvage a victory in the series,
That's
right?
exactly right.
Because if
Or
not,
tie the game. We like tied it. It wasn't even. But I mean, it was You know, if a tie was a good thing for one team, it was good for us and bad for Kentucky.
Right,
We
because
were
I think
getting
Kentucky won the SEC.
We were getting beat the whole weekend. Anyway, continue.
So this is maybe the first time Doug's ever done color with me. I'm not sure. I hadn't done it much. Okay.
I mean, baseball's kind of where you
And-
touch your teeth. Go ahead.
And so I'm doing the play-by-play. And keep in mind, back in the Jumbo Sports Network days, 15 years ago, I would have stations around the state, like six different affiliates or so around the state carrying the games. And I had Comcast Sports Southeast would carry the games out of Atlanta. So you had different people, which meant that you had 7, 8 different people trying to take that signal off the satellite. And if there was any kind of issue or problem, they're calling you, And I'm doing the play-by-play. So I mean, there's times where I have to be like, take my headset off and go, Doug, take it, and I got to bend over and take a phone call.
So Ronnie does that a lot. So like, you just throw you to the wolves. Like, yeah, welcome back to the LSU, Kentucky. I mean, he probably throws you in the fire quick. I mean, jumpers, swim or drown.
So look, at the end of the game, I forget that in our prep meeting. I forget to tell Doug this is coming up. But at the end of the game, we go to break. All right, Tigers tie it, whatever. We'll be back with a post-game interview right after this. And I take my headset off and I go, Doug, we're at the it's not a big stadium at the time. I go, Doug, run down the field. You need to interview the Kentucky coach. Ask him 3 questions.
Asking 3 questions.
So Doug's like,
That's so
what?
funny.
And he's like, yeah, man, you got to go. We're in a commercial break. Get down there. You got to ask him for. But Doug's like, oh my God, he's first trying to remember the guy's name. Okay, which is John Cohen. Okay,
That's hard. It's not like a Joel Davis.
But he's got to remember his name, and then he's got to come up with 3 questions, right? So Doug runs down there, super nervous, gets hooked up to the IFB, the microphone, the earpiece. He's down there. No, I'm sorry. It was go ask Smoke. Go in because we were kind of LSU slant.
You can remember his name.
Go interview Smoke. You got to ask him 3 questions.
He's totally made up.
And so no, it's coming.
No,
It's coming.
But he okay, go ahead.
So hey, go interview Smoke. So he's like, you serious? I'm like, yeah. So Doug runs out to the field. Well, Smoke has pulled the team into left field, and he's giving them a good team speech, right? So Doug's like nervous because he's never done this before. They want to walk into the huddle and, excuse me, coach, I got to grab you. We're live. So he's standing on second base waiting for the meeting to break up in left field. And meanwhile, it's not breaking.
And I'm sure Ronnie's in his ear.
And I'm tap
dancing.
I'm tap dancing up in the booth, and I'm looking down at Doug. He's at second base, and I'm at some point I go, I'm pointing to Kentucky, go get Cohen, and then the camera guy's yelling, go get Cohen, interview Cohen, and he's like, seriously, I've been standing here thinking of 3 questions for Smoke, and now I got to go run over to the Kentucky coach. What's his name? And so he runs over, he gets John Cohen. They break from the huddle. He asks John Cohen. He amazingly, he got his name right. He remembered all 3 names of the starters that weekend. And so he asked him like 2 questions, and he thinks like, okay, that's good. Like, he thinks that's good. I'm out of the weeds. And then all of a sudden, the guy says, one more. The camera guy tells him.
We had like 35 more seconds.
Right, the guy says, one more. He needs you to film, so we had to be at the top of the hour. And Doug's like, oh my God, I don't know what to ask him. And then he goes, Coach, has anyone told you that you resemble George W. Bush? No. He straight up said, Coach, anybody ever tell you're a dead ringer for George W. Bush?
So
anyway, no.
So Doug tells the good because he goes, go and looks at never. Back to you, Ronnie.
Back to you, Ronnie.
Oh my God, that one.
Back to you, Ronnie.
That one tickles me more than anything because I was there. I wish I would have been on a headset though.
So he the whole time he's interviewing, he's like, dude, looks like George W. Bush.
Yeah, and look, here's the thing: is that Doug tells the story. He's interviewing John Cohen, and he's trying to just think of a question. He's not.
He doesn't care what he's saying.
He's not even listening to what he's saying. He's just thinking, okay, what's the next question? What's the next question?
Yeah.
And so he asked him the last question. And he thinks, okay, got that out of the way. I'm done. And then the guy goes, one more.
And he wasn't thinking.
And he's like, I got to come up with one more. I don't know. Anybody tell you like George W. Bush? No one ever has. By the way, he does look like George W. Bush.
He does. No, it's
uncanny.
Yeah.
He became the head coach of Mississippi State. The great things there led them to the College World
Took
Series.
him to a national championship game, didn't win, but
Right.
took him to the series.
Not Paul Manera's favorite guy.
They did not get along.
There's not a love loss between John Cohen and Paul Manera. And now, of course, he's the AD at Mississippi State and oversaw the project for their amazing.
Take a bite of that while it's hot. I want to hear what your thoughts.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back with the pizza review from All Star Lanes right after this. Woo, that's super hot.
Yeah. It looks delicious too, bro.
Grab a napkin. Go right through. Let me get one more from you, Buzz, before we leave.
I'm a roll, man. Y'all good? Wow. I mean, it's like I'm coming back from break. I'm not going to say anything. Y'all look at these and ask, just to get one more from you. All right, see you later.
What?
We'll be back from break.
No, but you can.
57.
No, you can leave. No. Hang
And
on.
then you're going to ask him a question.
Hello. Hey, Mario. Yeah, we don't have to get this break in right at 10:56, whatever. So how much time am I going to have? Perfect. Thank you. So we'll do that. We'll do top here. We'll have 2 to 3 minutes. Lie and say you tried it. Unless you can eat something. Unless you can eat something, lie and say you.
I want to, and I want to.
By the way, the guy that came up, the owner of the place, the guy who came up, he found out he's got a giant mass. He's had anal cancer like 20 years ago. And then he had some other thing 2 years ago, cancer, somebody's got like a. And then they just found the 2 weeks ago, big mass. He told me that next week they're doing all kinds of stuff, trying to figure out where it came from, why, what it stemmed from. It's like, not good. I mean, it's cancer.
I need to go get you got your checkup?
I did one going on maybe. I feel like it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Like I need to do it again. Like I was due to do it again about a year ago.
I need to go. Hey. I'm trying to get there at 11:15. Is everything okay? Okay. Yeah. I'll be there around 11:15. Okay, you are.
It's a bad deal, Coach. You were worried about his power going out of his house, and you're worried about, where you're going to get your deer processed and everything. Like, I mean, he's sitting there, he's telling me, he said,
And trying to think about this.
Hey, you got to run this place.
Yeah, that's.
Good guy.
How old is he? He seems like a good guy.
Super nice guy.
Met that guy.
He's not old.
At some point, he's had this place for big LSU guy. He's like, hey, if you get a chance, I'd love to, 2 of us go to the LSU baseball game.
Yeah.
We'll make that happen. Just let me know when you want to go.
Right.
Are you right now?
What's up, gang? Buzzy, give these people watching something on LSU this weekend. What do you think? Who's the player you're looking forward to seeing? Not named Jay Nill.
Dylan Cruz. And I want to see the left side of the infield. I want to see if Zach Arnold can. If they're going to pitch it as good, I want to be sure that defense is good on the left side. It's always been good. And think about it, the shortstops and third basemen over the last 10 years.
Yeah,
I've always been able to pick it. So
I'm gonna ask you right here about Drew Bianco in a second. Welcome back, everyone. For hour number 1, wrapping up All-Star Lanes. Ronnie, Rantz, Jill Davis, Buzzy, Haydel. We'll have Tommy Kreisand on with us next segment to talk a little with TK. Joel, you're going to be heading out to Woodhaven Furniture Company today. Folks come by, mention Sport George. She'll take care of the tax.
No, not today. We had a huge will pay your sales tax a couple weeks ago. Enormous weekend.
But I mean, if they come in today, I heard it on Sports Shorts. I mean, you'll take care of their tax?
Sure. If they heard it on Sport Shorts and they say that today,
When they say that they like you the best.
But they have to talk to me and say that I'm the best option.
Buzzy, Drew Bianco, and this guy's got 9 lives.
Is it Bianco or Bianco? I gotta know this.
It's Bianco,
Okay.
technically, but I call him Bio, Bianco, because they have a Bio. This guy's got 9 lives. He's the Chris Reed of the 2021 team, because remember Chris Reed was Bianco went into the transfer portal after last season, took himself out 2 weeks later. He's back. Not only is he back, he's literally battling for the shortstop position, which is a spot I never thought he would play as a starter in the SEC, because he's got the body of his dad, which looks like a catcher or a corner guy or a left fielder.
Yeah, and I will say this. I went to the box yesterday, and look, I was the greatest practice player you've ever seen. 5 o'clock All-American. I mean, I could pick it with anybody. So I say this, just take this little grain of salt. So I watched him at shortstop, fielding ground ball just over a fungo bat. Coach, he moved pretty well. I mean, he looked way better than I thought he would look at shortstop. Again, that's just practice. It's not a game, but you'll see him at shortstop. I mean, Coach I think is going to platoon him.
Give him a chance.
You can do it in practice. You can do it in the game.
You absolutely can, but you got to. It's different.
It's psychological.
It's a little different. Balls come off different. You got to be, guys aren't running down the base on the fungo. I did.
How much better is he than Bianco defensively?
Again, it was just on the fungo. I thought they looked about the same.
Wow.
I really did. I mean, I didn't think it was something completely different. I mean, Cranford's probably the guy that picked it the best. I don't know really what happened to him.
He's not hitting.
I know he can't hit, but I mean, again, if they don't hit either, now you got to go defense.
Yeah, but I don't know that. Yeah.
That's going to be an interesting thing. I mean, this is never happened. In the last 10 years,
Arnold
shortstop has been. I mean, they've got no guy.
By the way, left side's completely wide open. There's 6 guys battling for 2 jobs, wide open. You're going to see a lot of different combinations over the next month. He's Buzzy Haydel. I'm Ronnie Rantz, Joel Davis. Hour number 1 in the books. Hour number 2 next from All-Star Lane.
Later. Hi, boys. Buzzy, great to see you, man. You going to make it back next time?
Maybe.
Oh, my God.
No, of course.
Later, Mo.